Hello everybody, welcome to today's video where we're going to be talking about downsizing collections, and actually we're going to be doing that in today's video. You might see some cats here and there, stuff like that, and it might be a bit of a mess, but these are all my boxes of video games. The goal is to downsize these black totes and this box into at least this tote. Or at least get rid of the black boxes because they are in the way. At least with these I can put under the bed. Ideally I wouldn't have any in storage, but I have limited space so I can't display everything. And I would like to basically sell or trade a lot of the stuff into stores so I can get things that I actually want, like more GameCube games, more PS2 games, 360 games, etc. Because a lot of this is just stuff that, quite frankly, I do not use. So, I guess we will get started with this tote, where we have just a bunch of random stuff. Like this Wii, I had this when I was a child. This Wii, you put your Wiimote in this and it was a sword. Obviously, it went a little down, it's bent, but I loved it as a kid, but now, obviously, I don't use it. It does nothing for the game. So that's probably just going to get thrown away, honestly, because it's damaged. Obviously, I'm keeping Animal Crossing stuff. What I'll probably do here is I'll go through this and then film the interesting stuff. So yeah. Now, this is kind of interesting. It's actually a Game Boy case with obviously a Game Boy, but oddly enough, I don't remember what happened with this. This Game Boy doesn't have a screen. I don't remember like where I got this from or what I did to it, but for some reason it doesn't have a screen. Then you got your cases here for games, and my girlfriend's Castlevania game. So that's cool. I will probably get rid of this. Obviously not the Castlevania game, but I will probably get rid of this because it has been in here forever. I don't use it. We got the funny Game Boy Light, which just magnifies the screen. But yeah, that'll free up a lot of space in here. So I will put that in the get rid of pile. Here's something very unfortunate. This is the Tokyo Pop Sonic Adventure 2 OST with a Transformers movie in it from 2003. This is worth some change if I remember correctly. Obviously, I don't have the front manual either, but I loved this OST when I was a kid, and I don't know what happened to it. Here's a PS1 copy of Doom, which is kind of cool. I've never really seen a PS1 game in this kind of packaging. If I can open it. It's pretty unique. But it is going in the sell pile because I'm obviously not going to play this. Sell pile with you. And then we have a NES, which, oh, there goes the Saturn on top of my PS3. But it is literally never used. I don't know if it works anymore. Sell pile. Along with the RF, classic. Then, this is interesting. We have a Japanese Sega Saturn with Virtua Fighter 2. I think this has another game inside. It does. Nights into Dreams, too. So that's fun. But, I mean, I'm not gonna use this. I'm gonna be honest. So, right in the sell pile. Now, this is my OG PS3 that has, that's tough. That has a Lego Island 2 in it for the PS1, which is kind of funny. I have a fat PS3 that I would prefer to use. What is this inside? Is this one of the feet? No, that was weird. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to use this. So I think I will sell this. I'll have to clear it off and everything. So this will also go in the sell pile. So this one, I have a feeling we're probably going to have to keep because It is my dedicated Panasonic Q with a couple 360 hard drives for some reason. I guess I could take the hard drives out. But it's my dedicated Panasonic Q box to keep it safe, etc., etc. Then we got my soldering iron here, which I guess we could take. It's got some other junk in it, like a switch dock for some reason, but it's mainly for my Q. So we will probably keep this just to keep this thing safe. Here's one that's interesting that I'm probably going to sell. A sealed, I don't know if you can see that, a sealed copy of Mario 64 DS. Bought it for $100 back in 2021. And obviously it's still sealed, so I have not used it. I have an open copy. So why even hold on to this? We're going to sell it. Here's something interesting to say the least. It is, I'm pretty sure it's a comedy group doing a live show. It's literally just like a couple songs on VHS. Let's see if I can open the... It's a green VHS. I don't even know who I would sell this to. So I guess it's stuck in my possession for the time being. Here's Mario's Time Machine Deluxe, a big box PC game that doesn't really work on really any new hardware past like the year 2000, because this was a 95 Windows 95 game, I think, something like that. But I don't even know why I bought this, to be honest. So we are just going to sell it. I do have Sonic Adventure 1 on Dreamcast, along with an actual Dreamcast, which I could... Here's some plastic bits rustling around. Nothing inside. I don't know if it still works, but I obviously don't play this thing, so we shall sell it. Now this is my PSP. It's Japanese, but it is modded. And the coolest part is that it's a Final Fantasy VII 10th anniversary PSP with Nomura art on it. I think I'll keep this because I do love handhelds, and I do like the idea of having handhelds that play physical media. So I will keep a hold of this. This one's interesting. It is the Switch N64 online controller, or whatever it's called. Honestly, great feeling controller. Very accurate. Better stick, obviously. I don't think I've used it more than a handful of times. Like, it's nice that it's USB-C and wireless, but like I remember when it came out, you couldn't use it for emulators or anything. So it was just completely useless to me. So I think I'm going to sell this. Here's another interesting one. This is the GP Win 1. My very first PC handheld. And it came out in like 2016. I think I got it. It was after the second one came out. But I didn't want to buy the second one because it was like $800, and this was more like $300. Let me get it open. This thing was awesome, but it also sucked. Like, there was no, like, you can't click down the sticks, which they did have an option, which is the L3 and R3 right here. The buttons were pretty good. It ran on Windows, obviously. It's just an ARM chip. It had weird fan speed controls on the back. And it got really hot, especially right here and on the keyboard, to the point where it was basically unplayable. I will hold on to this just because I really like it. It has a metal top, which is cool. So yeah, so we made quite the progress today. I'm actually ended up selling the Final Fantasy VII PSP. I'm also selling my PS Vita because I love handhelds, but I have a friend that wants the PS Vita and then another friend that wants the Vita, the PSP and the, you know what I mean. So I'm going to be selling those because honestly, even though like I said, I like the idea of having handhelds that take physical media, I'm probably not going to play them that much. So I'm actually going to stop here for today because I've been at this for a while. I'm kind of sweating balls. I still would like to go through that. That has a lot of stuff that I bought recently. That'll be for another day. But we did get rid of 2 of these boxes. These are the only 2 boxes left. We got 2 of these, rid of the 2 of the black boxes, and got rid of the one big pink tote. So that's a big W for today. And this is our sell pile. So not actually too big. So lots of progress today. I might do another one of these. We can go through the box with the big hitters. I will pull this forward and maybe we can get a sneak preview of what's in here. Obviously, a lot of the stuff in here I'm not gonna get rid of, because like, dude, look at this good stuff, dude. Like Shadow the Hedgehog on Xbox. We got Sealed Beautiful Joe. Like, I'm not gonna sell that, but I would still like to go through it all. And like Shenmue 2, dude. We got like my Animal Crossing stuff. Yeah. So we'll probably not sell a lot of stuff, but I still would like to go through it, sort it. And then I also have that shelf up there that is an absolute mess. It's supposed to be just those games on the bottom, but I kept throwing stuff on top of it. As you can see, I have some paper crafts up there, just a bunch of random stuff. So we're making progress. But yeah, that was this video about cleaning and organizing my collection, at least somewhat. It just proves that you don't need to buy everything, and not to get overwhelmed if you do buy too much, because you can always trade and get stuff you actually want. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.